So today we have a very important Social Security update that we need to get to. Multiple things have come out over the past week, and I want to address what those are. So if you are currently collecting Social Security benefits, you need to watch this video. And if you are applying to receive benefits, you need to watch this video as well, because there are some things that could actually delay your benefits from coming. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment. We're also going to discuss an important email that was just sent out and why you must read this and you must follow through with it. We will address that email as well. Going to talk about the cost of living adjustment. And here in the next month, in the month of June, there are certain Social Security beneficiaries that could see a 15% cut to their benefits. We'll address that as well. So I'll break all this down in just a moment. If any of this stuff interests you, make sure you watch this entire video and I'll explain everything from start to finish in just a moment. But again, thank you guys for watching. All I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds, go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So let's get right down to it. What are some of the updates for today? Well, here's the first one. This says the Social Security sees dramatic spike of 276,000 applications. It says the increase in applicants was partially attributed to economic anxiety from volatile markets and uncertainty about the program's longevity. Now, just so you know, if you go and apply for Social Security benefits early, okay, I understand, okay, I'm going to get some money. But if then the program goes through a little bit of some hardship where we see Social Security does become insolvent in 2033 or 2034, I understand the thought process. You get an extra year of full payments. But again, it doesn't really impact the entire program that much in a positive way. Okay, it's more negative as more people apply. That means more money is going out the door, which means it would actually speed up Social Security's insolvency date, not extend it. So I know a lot of people are saying, well, I'm just going to apply early. But by more people doing that, and according to this report, it says 276,000 applications came in. That's a crazy number. I want to read a little bit of this to you. It says right here, according to research from the Urban Institute, cited in a report from the New York Times, 276,000 additional Social Security applications were submitted during the first 10 months of the current fiscal year. It says this marks an increase of roughly 13% from the same time span 1 year earlier. It says the outlet also reported that the Social Security Administration employees viewed this spike as dramatic. Keep in mind, as we are seeing more people apply for benefits, there's also less workers, meaning there's likely going to be additional delays. So just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to your benefits, here's the problem. Some Social Security recipients face a 15% cut to benefits starting in June. Well, why? Well, I've discussed this already, but we need to break it down because, again, a lot of people don't realize what is coming. It says the program allows the government to withhold 15% of a Social Security benefit to repay a delinquent loan. For instance, if you owe back taxes, if you have a student loan in default, they can garnish your wages. They can take your refund from the IRS, your full refund, not a partial, and they can garnish your Social Security monthly benefit, or at least 15% of it. Now, if you are going to get a benefit, if your check is lower than $750, they cannot actually garnish your wages. So that's the only thing that stops them, is if you have a low enough amount. Well, look at this. It says the garnishments could start as June. According to CNBC, there are 2.9 million people aged 62 and older with federal student loans. a 71% increase from 2017 when there were only 1.7 million such borrowers. More than 450,000 borrowers in their age group are in default and are likely to receive Social Security. Goes on to say, the Department of Education said it has started notifying approximately 195,000 defaulted student loan borrowers that they are subject to top offsets. The remainder are expected to be notified later this summer. All will receive 30 days notice before the withholding start. If you get a letter, okay, from the Department of Education, it's an important letter. Make sure you open it up and read it, okay? Do not just skip it. Don't throw it in the garbage. Don't put it in your trash, okay? Read it. Now, here's the next one. It says Social Security's cost of living adjustment increase in 2026 is projected to be the lowest in years, according to an advocacy group. Now, I want to read this to you. Okay? Again, it's important to understand. What you need to just really take away from this is that even though inflation right now, okay, is somewhat moderating, we're not seeing big spikes, it's not dropping significantly, it's moderating, okay? When this happens, okay, what normally happens is you start to see it fluctuate. It's going to go up a little bit, come down a little bit, okay? We're not going to see it shoot up. We're not going to see it drop off, okay? That's just not what's going to happen, especially when it's under 3%. Well, now, with that in mind, okay, the Social Security cost of living adjustment, this is calculated based off the third quarter of the previous year's calendar year. So was that July, August, September? Okay, those are the only months that matter. We're not there yet. We still have a few months to go. With that said, let me show you this. It says the next cost of living adjustment for Social Security recipients is projected to be even lower than 2025's increase of 2.5%. According to the Senior Citizens League, it says that estimating that the 2026 adjustment would amount to only 2.4% of an increase. Keep in mind, they're projecting it's 2.4, but we could also see inflation go down. According to reports, inflation is going to tick up over the next couple of months. Okay, so we're in May, so we're going to see May's inflation report. We'll see, June's inflation report. Okay, those are the next couple of months. We're expecting to see prices are going up. But then come July, August, September, we expect inflation to go down. That could actually make this problem a little bit worse for seniors, because then in 2026, their cost of living adjustment will be lower. But some say that it will only be temporary, that inflation is going to go down. Then at the end of the year and starting in 2026, we are likely to see more inflation. So again, additional problems. Let's talk about the letter that was just sent out, or the email. Look at this right here. This is the email that was sent out to many people. It says there's still time. There's still time to transition your Social Security account so you can continue to access our online services when you sign into your personal My Social Security account. Using your username and password, you're now required to have an account with login.gov or id.me. It says this mandatory change simplifies your sign-in experience and aligns with federal authentication standards while providing you safe and secure access to your online services. And that tells you how you can go and do it. Now, why? Well, we've said this before. This is not new, that we have heard time and time again that the Social Security Administration they're shutting down offices. They have less employees. So one of the things that they are trying to transition to is everybody has a personal My Social Security account. Okay, so you can log in with login.gov or id.me, but you have to authenticate yourself. I told you this before. Previously, the Social Security Administration wanted people to go into the offices to authenticate themselves and to make sure if they're going to do any changes to their bank account, it has to go through an actual office. You meet with a person. You can't do it over the phone. Well, then the government decided, you know what? We can't do it because there's certain areas of the country that don't have a Social Security office very close. And so that creates an additional burden for millions of people. So they decided, you know what? Let's transition to this, and you can use this online authentication. So that's kind of where things are at this moment. But keep in mind, there's going to come a point in time where if you do not authenticate yourself and you don't have an account, if there's questions, there's concerns, whatever it may be, then the Social Security Administration could actually pause your payments. They could pause your monthly benefits for a short time, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. But according to reports, they will pause your payments to ensure that the money is going out to the right person and that there is not some fraudulent transaction where somebody else is stealing your money and you and the Social Security Administration have no idea it's going on. So that's where we're at this time. Again, major changes to Social Security are happening. There's still a lot of talk within Congress regarding additional benefits to Social Security recipients, but at this time, there's not a lot coming. So if we get more information that there is or there's some changes, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get them. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.